Coles Hill in Plymouth will be the site for Remembrance Park, a collaborative legacy project planned by Pilgrim Society, Pilgrim Hall Museum, Plymouth 400 Inc., and the Horsley Witten Group. Acknowledging 400 years of courage and survival, this public memorial will honor 3 historical events: the Great Dying of 1616 through 19 that decimated the Wampanoag people, the first winter of 1620 through 21, when half the Mayflower colonists died of sickness, and the coronavirus global pandemic, which has taken millions of lives and disrupted life as we knew it. The park will feature places of learning and contemplation, historical panels, and native plantings to provide both context and a message of hope. The first steps began with archaeology conducted by the University of Massachusetts Boston Fiske Center for Archaeological Research in 2021. The local scene was there.
I label myself first and foremost an anthropological archaeologist, which means I focus on the human aspect. And often, especially when I'm working on European sites or anything from 18th, 19th, 17th century European, I start to put myself in their shoes a little bit. I try to envision what life was like for them, what they were experiencing.
We try and really work with the students about how we think about this as ethical archaeologists, as practitioners who really are trying to have an honest commitment to descendant communities. And here in Plymouth, I've never worked anywhere where so many people really felt like a connection and a stake in what we were doing as archaeologists, a connection to this history, both Pilgrim descendants and also, Wampanoag descendants who feel a really kind of intense and very personal connection to the history that we're trying to interpret. So it's a really important kind of ethical issue for us as we think through our responsibilities to take this, seriously, professionally, and with outreach to the community so they understand what we're engaged in.
So we have been finding evidence of 18th century houses, we have been finding Victorian deposits, possible garden, and we have been finding evidence of native individuals possibly occupying this site before, which is very rare for this area, especially because Plymouth has been so utilized by people for so many years and so many centuries. We found ourselves a little sliver of intact soil, which could really help us tell more of the tale of the Wampanoag or any other native peoples that could have been here before.
We're on a National Historic Landmark, so Coles Hill already recognized as one of the most kind of important, significant places in America. It already has that history. The planning here is to add a kind of a Remembrance Park component to that. An incredibly beautiful idea.
Pilgrim Hall Museum is planning on taking this last little piece of undeveloped Coles Hill and creating a memorial that's relevant to us today, but also is a really important commemoration of our very deep and long histories here.
This park is going to remember not only the native people who died in the plague, we're also commemorating the pilgrims who passed in the first year. Half of their contingent of 102 passengers died in that first year. And then we're also commemorating 2020 and the lives lost to COVID-19, a worldwide pandemic that we could never have anticipated, but it is part of now our history of the 400th anniversary.
This is so important to preserve and remember our histories because I really think it shapes our understanding of everything we do in life. And I think today our eyes are open to this a little bit more widely because we have actually lived through a very sort of traumatic history in our own way. We want to honor that. We want to honor what happened to those who lived here before us.
As both a grad student and as somebody that has worked in this field for several years, it's really exciting stuff. It's stuff that you don't come across every single day, and it's such an important part of our history, both those that were here before the colonists, the indigenous folks, those that were here in the 18th century, the 19th century. There's so many layers of this history, and I keep telling my students every single day, there's always something exciting that we're finding that just blows our mind and could retell part of history. That's really the heart of it, of what excites me about this place.
Archaeologists will issue a report analyzing the dig findings this year, and park construction will begin in early 2023. We'll continue to follow and keep you updated on Remembrance Park. To learn more, visit the Pilgrim Hall Museum website.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button before you go. We'll see you next time.